Imagine getting out of prison and realizing that you're dead and alive. Real story. When I was in prison, my father died, and people in my family were so greedy that they knew that I was really his only child because my brother has schizophrenia. His half sister went and took my social security number and put it on my father's death certificate. She went and buried me and never filed the deaths with the state of California. Right now it's 2021. My father died in 2007. And in the California registry, he's not even declared dead. And so I'm trying to put back the pieces to my life, and I'm going places trying to, get back on my feet after 24 years. And I found out that my burial plot was so stolen by her. My father's burial estate is owned and controlled by her. My father had a house. She took it and put it in her name, and she's living in it right now. She's investing in my father's name. She's filed with the state, no, not the state, but the Social Security, and she's spent my father's $100,000 retirement. My brother, who has schizophrenia, goes in and out of prison. He gets SSI. She creates a false social and was getting his money while he was in jail. And when he came home to stay with me, I was working and taking care of him out of my pocket. And she denied knowing where his paperwork was to get his money to help us out. But she was spending it every month, going on cruises. Right now, I'm trying to get all of this in a court. I filed numerous reports in the last, 16 months. And the same LAPD that framed me are the ones who are having to handle this paperwork, and they won't file it. They know who I am, and it's like, screw you. I believe that my father was murdered. The person who's doing this, I believe she murdered her father because she did the exact same thing with everyone else that she's doing right now. Make a long story short, the day that her father went to the hospital, she made him breakfast. He was feeling as, very well to go to a church service. While he was on the freeway, he got real sick, had to pull over, dial 911. He never recovered. While he was in the hospital, she maxed out all of his credit cards. She cleaned all the money out of his bank account. When he died, she cashed in the insurance. Didn't really spend nothing on him. It was about her and her child. And that was all of the family that I had. So every day that I be here by myself, I'm juggling between trying to get people to understand that I went to prison framed by the LAPD on something that I was never arrested for, and that there's no record of to this date. No one has ever been arrested for those charges. And also trying to get what belonged to my father back through the same people who did that to me. I believe if I wasn't a believer in Allah, that I would have been crazy by now. I mean, I don't know what person in their right mind wouldn't have went and done something to them people. But I'm being patient. I think I'm being very patient. Like, subscribe, and all that. Assalamu alaikum.